Hunger isn't just a problem that's somewhere else. It's actually affecting families, children, and seniors in our community, and that's why we are calling on all of our WHS 11 viewers to help out for the Together for Tomorrow campaign at Kroger. From now till the end of August, you can round up at your checkout line, and Kroger is matching up to $50,000. Now, we have a big, hefty goal, but again, we need your help. So again, Jessica is joining us from Kroger. We've got Alexis from Dare to Care. And so we've really been hitting on this, that the summertime is a desperate time to get food. So what does hunger really look like in our community today?
Yeah, right now we are seeing one of the largest increases in food insecurity. So over 180,000 across Kentuckiana are experiencing food insecurity. And that really just means that people don't know where their next meal is going to come from. That means they don't have access to the resources they need to have food consistently.
Which, again, if that isn't, that need isn't fulfilled, so many other things can't be fulfilled as well, especially if it's a whole family that is looking for that next meal. And so we've been talking about this campaign all morning, raising money, but where is all that money actually going towards?
Yeah, so it goes to food. It goes to food that then goes out to the community. So we have over 400 partners across Kentucky and Indiana. So we have 13 counties in total. We have 8 in Kentucky and 5 in southern Indiana. And so any donation that you get goes directly back into the community. So it goes back into those counties that we serve. And it helps children, it helps individuals, it helps seniors who often go without enough resources that they need to feed themselves. And so it really goes right back into your local community.
Because a lot of times when you have these different roundup opportunities, whether it's at Kroger or other stores, sometimes you don't know exactly where that money is going towards. So partnering with someone local to keep it local is that more important. And so also when you think of these campaigns, they also think, okay, it's only going to last 2 months. But how are these actually long-term solutions?
Yeah, I would say that they're long-term solutions because you're investing in someone's health, right? Like you're investing in their overall well-being. And so to ensure that someone has enough food to be nourished, it means that they can have a long life, a long, healthy life. We know that we started because a little boy didn't have enough food to eat and he passed away. And he also had siblings who have mental health issues based off of not having enough food to eat. And so it really is an investment in the future. It means that someone can help, they don't have to stress about how to put food on the table. I don't think people realize the emotional toll that can have on a family or on a parent when they're trying to decide, how do I make these green beans stretch, or how do I make, this one hamburger pack that I have stretch for the week or stretch for 3 kids, And so it really is an investment in the future. We're really grateful to Kroger for this partnership because it means that we can provide more healthy foods. We can provide culturally sensitive foods. And so we can really think more strategically about how are we investing in the community and how are people getting access to the foods that they need, not just for today, but for the future.
Exactly. And, a lot of times we hit on the families and the children, but something that we often forget about are the seniors, which are probably the most vulnerable because not only are they not finding food, but sometimes they can't get out and find that food too. So why are they equally as important?
Yeah, you're exactly right. So seniors do get overlooked a lot of times. And so we always encourage people to think about your neighbor, the senior who may live next door. They may not be able to cook their meals. They may not be able to get out to get those the food that they need. We have a program that actually provides food that can just be reheated. So we prepare those in our kitchen, and then seniors can just put them in the microwave, and they have a healthy meal that they don't have to stand over the stove. They don't have to bend over and put things into the oven. And it's food that they can easily chew and digest. But yeah, seniors are definitely a population that is vulnerable to food insecurity. We had a gentleman who shared that they were just adding water to a can of soup to make it last the week. And this was a senior, and that was all they had in their pantry, and they didn't have family and they couldn't get out. And so we always say, think about your neighbor. One of the things that we think about too with Bobby Ellis, who passed away, his sister told us if someone had just checked in on her family, someone had just checked in on her neighbor, he might be alive today. And so we just encourage you, the senior that's on your street, whether they're your neighbor, whether they're down the street, maybe just knock on the door and say, do you need anything?
Really goes such a long way. And speaking of going a long way, this is all about tomorrow's solution. So again, why is this partnership just so crucial, especially right now?
Yeah, and Alexis said it perfectly. We see a growing hunger need here in the Kentuckiana area, and we want to be part of that solution to help families here. And so being able to do something like Roundup, or to be able to donate food and continue to invest in this relationship with Dare to Care is going to continue to help to eliminate those hunger issues that we see facing here today.
Again, it is just so crazy that we still are facing food insecurity in one of the greatest places in the world, right? And we just celebrated, the freedoms that we have here in America, but there's still a lot of work to do. And Kroger is stepping up. Dare to Care is also stepping up, helping so many families per week. But we're also calling on our Great Day Live viewers as well. So if people are interested in learning more about this Roundup program, it's going through August, like right when the kids are getting ready to go back to school. How can people learn more?
Well, go on over to WHAS's website. They've got all of the locations available on the website here in Louisville and Southern Indiana. All of our stores are participating, as well as some JC food stores up in Southern Indiana. So make sure you check that out. Stop by, talk to our associates at the front end. They'd be happy to get you to Roundup. We also have donations of $10, $15, and $25 if you want to make your donation go a little bit further. So.
All right, ladies, again, thank you so much.